Human creativity is experiencing an unprecedented time. With AI becoming more and more prevalent, it's harder to differentiate between what's inspired and what's imitated. The concept of computer intelligence has been around since the 1950s, but really the internet plus social media has intensified things. It's no secret that AI is far from being original. Every image, blog, or song written by AI is derived from human creativity with a simple prompt. And now it's starting to learn from its own images and songs and blogs on the internet, which is a very grim prospect to think about. But I'm always looking for ways to interpret the modern world through the lens of Vedic astrology. And I wanted to know what signs or houses or planets represent artificial intelligence. I began exploring this topic and realized that the nodal axis was a big clue. Earlier this year, Rahu and Ketu changed signs. They entered the Leo-Aquarius axis, and they'll be there till November of 2026. Wherever the nodes are transiting shows where deep transformational psychological changes are taking place, especially on the world stage. The sun is moving into Leo this month, and this is going to kick off the eclipse season. Eclipses are extremely powerful. They're an alignment of the sun, moon, and earth, and the effects of an eclipse can linger for weeks and months following the event. So in this video, I'm going to explore the world of AI through Vedic astrology and how this eclipse is going to be the reset we all need to pay attention to. So Rahu is the Karaka of AI. This is what I have determined. On September 7th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse taking place in Aquarius. And after some serious contemplation, I've concluded that Rahu is the Karaka of AI itself. Rahu is deceptive, elusive, and without a moral compass, kind of like AI. Rahu is innovative, futuristic, and craves worldly power, just like AI. And the myth of Rahu describes a serpent with a head but not a tail. And this is the essence of AI, a head with no body. Kind of reminds me of the snake eating its own tail. Rahu does not rule a sign, but it is considered the co-ruler of Aquarius, and it's transiting Aquarius right now, so it's in a very strong position, which signifies strength and power. Rahu is this insatiable force that can never be satisfied, just like AI. And I mentioned in the intro that computer intelligence was really first introduced in the 1950s by a guy named Alan Turing. He published Computing Machinery and Intelligence, proposing the idea that a machine could think. And during this time, around December of 1950, Rahu and Ketu were transiting Aquarius and Leo, just like they are today. So here we are 75 years later, and artificial intelligence has seemed to be integrated in every part of our life, whether we wanted it there or not. People are actually using ChatGPT to replace their therapist. But there is a reason why these themes seem to come up when the nodes are transiting this axis. Aquarius is the sign of innovation, futuristic ideas, and humanity. It represents society as a whole. And Leo is all about creativity and self-expression. It's about individuality and inspiration. The two signs feed into each other, creating this dynamic force of inspiration and imitation, expectation and validation. And with Rahu and Ketu in this axis, AI has become more prevalent than ever. Rahu shows the obsession with innovation. Ketu shows the detachment from individual creativity. And somewhere between, AI is creating homogeneous art and music. AI is being inspired by human creativity to create something that's generic. It's the opposite of something that's unique. And Rahu and Ketu are showing where there is an imbalance. The obsession with mass producing content just for the sake of views or attention, which is very Leo. So this is where we are due for a reset. This upcoming eclipse is going to darken the light of the moon. The moon is the karaka of our mind, and when it's bright, there's clarity and hope and inner guidance. And the blocking of this light symbolizes a kind of mental blindness. This is a time when new information is coming in. After every eclipse, there is a return of the light. I think that this eclipse has the potential to reset the collective consciousness, especially when it comes to human creativity. Many people have become addicted to artificial intelligence so soon after it became commercialized, and it seems to be draining their souls. The sun in Leo is showing us where true leadership is needed, and not through something like the government, but leadership from humanity itself. Leo is about personal identity that should be used for the greater good, to help humanity. But when creativity has an imposter like AI, humanity is going to suffer because of it, despite all of the cool and convenient things it can do. Sure, AI can be all about productivity, but is life really about cramming as much as you can into it when none of it matters? Not everyone can see the power within themselves, especially when it comes to standing up and taking the lead. But those who can should help those who cannot see the light. This is one of the higher vibrations of the Leo and Aquarius axis. Right now, we are living in a world where anything is possible, and some people choose to just film it with their phone to get attention and views, even if it's at the expense of someone else's life. Something has to change. I think this upcoming eclipse is going to be the reset that we need. It's not going to be for all, but for those that have the light within them that can see, we need this leadership in humanity because it's fading fast.